Welcome back to The Inspired Entrepreneur with Heather Hope. Hey guys, it's Heather Hope again. Welcome back to my podcast. And today I believe we're going to jump in. September 30th. Happy Wednesday. So I'm leaving for Mexico tomorrow. I'm very happy. I'm recording this on Sunday, so I'm getting a head start here. And I think today's a short one. Well, it's another short quote of some sort. Most of these are my quotes or things that I've written. Let me get rid of my Facebook page. That's sitting up here too. I'm just looking on my computer. I was doing some editing. I had to make sure some of these months had the correct amount of days. It's funny, I found 2 months that were not right. So anyway, this is a daily podcast. If you're new here, welcome. This is based on this book that I've written. It's called The Inspired Entrepreneur, and it's 366 days of inspiration for the entrepreneur. So I'm a law of attraction business coach. What that means is I help my clients, my self-employed people, and that's just the entire gamut. I do not specialize in a particular field. It's just because it's law of attraction and business, that's good enough for me because it's all the same. So I work with TV personalities, restaurant owners, online coaches, real estate agents, actors, actresses. What else? Who else do I work with? Goodness. It's anybody who is self-employed, celebrities, anybody who loves the law of attraction, wants to dig more into it, study more, understand it better, and implement it in their business, and to have a lot more success, a lot easier. Get out of that hustle and that daily grind. Get out of that. Relax, go downstream, float, and allow the success to come to you. Anyway, okay, so this is daily. Today's September 30th. Let's jump into this. If you're interested in working with me, you can jump into my monthly group coaching, is that what it is? Coaching membership. It's called the Soul Aligned Business Academy. I started it last year, and I've had the doors closed for months, and it's open again. You can click on the link wherever this podcast is. It'll take you right to the information page that you can sign up and join us. I go live twice a month and answer all of the people's questions, all the people that are in it, and I provide training every month. So you can get all the training from the past and really jump into everything. And it's tax deductible. As a self-employed person, that's really cool stuff. So, okay, so let's jump into it. It's a really short one. You get to decide what you get to have. There you go. That was huge, right? You get to decide what you get to have. It's your life. So you came into this physical life because you wanted to expand. You wanted to have fun. You wanted to be on the leading edge. And you wanted to take your thoughts and create the things that you wanted. So you get to decide what you get to have. I know I got this from some Abraham clip. It's not a word for word quote, but it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. But you get to decide. So there's some platitudes out there. Never take your life advice or relationship advice from Facebook memes. When I was a love coach, it drove me crazy, some of the things that float around and the things that people say, the platitudes, the sentiments that are so backwards, especially with the law of attraction. So many things that's out there is so backwards, and it really messes with people and what they're able to create because they're believing these things that are just simply not true, or it's true to them. If you believe it, it's true, right? For you. But it's just not helpful. It's just not helpful. So you get to decide what you get to have. So a lot of people say, well, I'll just let the universe decide for me, or what's meant to be will be, right? We've heard this one. We've probably all prescribed to that. I used to. What's meant for me is is what's meant. And Abraham, it was based off of that quote or that platitude that Abraham's like, you get to decide what you get to have. You don't have to just allow the universe or to allow things to just come to you. Sure, the vortex has everything you want in it that you've put into it. So you could live like no big deal. Everything the universe knows, my inner guidance knows, so it's taking me there. That's totally fine. What this quote is about, you get to decide what you get to have. So it's not like, well, just let, I'll just let it, fall where it falls, right? You get to decide. I think this might have been off of a business Abraham video audio that I listened to many times of this one woman who had a business. She eventually went out of business, and she had really desperate energy about her business, like really a lot of desperateness in that. And just a lot of like self-esteem issues. Like she just didn't feel smart enough to run her business. She didn't feel any of these things. She, her obviously emotionally, she wasn't very stable because she was just all over the place. And she was just really not doing well. And she said something, and this is where Abraham said, you get to decide what you get to have. You get to decide what you get to have. So take that in, write that down, write it down, and say, okay, since I get to decide what I get to have, what is it that I really want? We talk about this every so often. We talk about it in our academy about really tapping into what is it that you truly want. Like, especially with your business, what is it that you truly want your business to look like? It's really vital to understand like your personality, to understand the way you want your life to be. Because so often we will create things that we end up not wanting. Like if we create a business that is so beyond us, that's so big, like it could be really, really big, but we really don't want to run a big business. You know what I mean? Like I've had to scale myself back because I know myself really well. And it's like, Heather, you don't want that. You don't want that big of a business. Yeah, it may sound pretty cool, whatever, but on a day-to-day basis, you legit would rather, spend half your day at the beach. You would rather be doing other things. You really want an easy business to run because that's just how I want to live. So I had to get very clear with my true desires. When you get really clear with your true desires, the desires will come in a lot easier because then there's no, conflict. When your desires are conflicting, or when your thoughts about your desires conflict, it makes things harder. If you're pursuing things that you deep down really don't want, they're just not going to be satisfied and they're not going to manifest. That's why it's so important to really focus on the things that you really do want. Do I really want this? Do I want it this way? You have to ask yourself, is this what I really want to do? I've had to come to, those, I think they call them like come to Jesus moments of, wait a minute, do I really want to do this? Because I have moments where I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. And I think we all get that way. Either not enough days off or just not enough, like the monotony's gotten to you, boredom, you know what I mean? Like nothing exciting's been going on. So it's kind of like day in, day out, blah, blah, blah. Especially the last 6 months, right? Like it's been really challenging for nearly everybody. So when you're like locked in your house, not able to go anywhere, or when you do go somewhere, maybe you've watched the news too much and it's too frightening, or whatever the case is, right? That it can be, it's just been a challenging time. It has been challenging at times. Some of it's been fine, totally fine. Like I said, I'm an introvert. I work from home. I've been doing this for 6 years now, working from home. And so I'm used to being home a lot. Like I love it. when everything was shut down, that wasn't so pleasant because I like leaving my house every so often and going to go do something else for a while. That's very helpful for me. But when I wasn't able to do that, then it was starting to wear on me. So it's like most people. Okay, so remember, you get to decide what you get to have. So write that down. You might have to ask yourself daily, put it in your journal every morning. What is it that I want today? And start very general. Start very general. It's super helpful to be general of like today, like what do I want today? Today I want to feel happy. I've gotten to the point now that happy, like feeling that happiness and that joy and that fun is like everything. It's just everything now. And it's like I kind of don't even care where it leads, because as long as I'm feeling happy and joyous and finding the joy and having some fun, it's like it doesn't even matter. And it's a great place to be, of like letting go of that tension of like the urgency of the things that you want. Because if you get to the point where you let go of that urgency, you're like, yeah, cool, no, this is what I want, but right now I'm not there, but I'm going to have a good time right now. Does that make sense? So let me know in the comments section, wherever you're listening this from, if I can talk. Let me know, what is it that you want? You get to decide what it is that you get to have. You. No matter what you do. It's your life. You get to do whatever you want with it. That's what's so nice. And you can let go of everybody else too. That's been so nice. Like if you've ever been judgmental of how people live their lives, like if I get on that just that little bit, whatever it is, good or bad, whatever, not doing much, whatever, I end every thought with, but it's their life. That's the beauty of it. They get to choose. They get to choose that that's how they want to live their life. Totally cool. Even for like temporarily, if we want to have a season in our life that is just like, I'm just going to chill and I'm just going to eat chocolate and have a good time and not worry about anything, that's great. Because everything's pretty much a season, right? So that's what I end pretty much every thought about other people. The beauty is they get to choose their own life, and that's really cool. It's really cool. And they're choosing that, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it's just for this moment anyway. Okay, guys. So I'm going to leave you with that. And tomorrow is October 1st for you guys. And that's awesome. Okay, so have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.